Saturday morning flight sim.
It's not morning, you drongo. It's evening.
Good morning, good evening, good day, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. I'm starting to feel the Christmas spirit. Big shout to Lemon Wolf. He says, morning. Good morning, Lemon Wolf. Big Jacko. Dave, haven't seen you in ages. How you doing, mate? Dan says, good morning. Good morning to you, Dan. And saw Bubba earlier. He says, evening, aviators. So have you all been nighty or nice? You know, Santa keeps a list. So boarding all the nice people to fly home to the home of Nice, home of Nice. I don't know. Is he talking about France? Is he talking about somewhere interesting? How you doing anyway? Merry Christmas, guys. Yeah, it's definitely getting close. I think I'm kind of ready for Christmas, but anyway, we're still going through renovations, but I think the guys have kind of packed up for this year. They're coming back in January, but we do have a working kitchen, yay! And I might actually get to sleep in my own bed for the first time in the next day or so, so that's going to be pretty good. Big shout out NightHawk, and I see him on the tarmac today. Morning, everyone. The weather outside looks frightful. It does indeed. Look at that. It's foggy and snowy and just really looks like Sweden, doesn't it? Anyway, this is a heck of an airport, though. This is available from Orbix, as you'll see in the show notes as well. Arlanda Airport, absolutely stunning. Lots of things and candy. You can see buses moving around and other ground vehicles and things like that. Yeah, a lot of detail on this airport. Big airport as well. Quite a few gates, and yeah, I think I'll see if we can drop down and take a quick peek inside there. Big shout out to J-Hog as well and NightHawk, who are on the tarmac today, so that's really awesome. Yeah, some lovely detailing in here. And look at that, that's amazing actually. It's really, really pretty. No people or anything like that, but that's okay. It kind of makes up for it with all the eye candy around the airport. I also thought this was pretty cool. Obviously, the scenery is a bit lower than the probably the default there, but I thought this was really neat. This is there you go. It kind of has your stand number thing, and then it flashes up the time as well, which is really cool. Look at that. Isn't that neat? So I'm flying the PMD G737 today. It looks like J-Hog is in the Airbus 320, I'm presuming. NightHawk, of course, in the Headwinds Airbus 330-900. Really, really cool. Lemon Wolf says Winter Wonderland. It is, yeah. And Dan says, is it that cold? The aircraft are floating. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, so I'll take you through the route today. Just 2 ticks and I'll get Navigraph ready for you here. So we're leaving from Sweden. Where is it? Where are we flying from? Stockholm. And we're going to be taking the it's the Resna 5G departure, which intersects with Resna. So it's a quick initial takeoff to the southwest with a sharp turn to the northeast. Oop, keep doing that. Always do that. Center. And then we're flying up. We're heading over quite a bit of water here, actually. We should see lots of fjords. I keep doing that. Stop it. Lots of fjords and terrain, hopefully, if we get any clear skies, but it is looking quite cloudy. We're then heading up to, now I'm going to try and say this right. I think is it Rovaniemen, which is in, is it Finland? In Finland. We're going to be taking the Negmu 2C arrival, which will kind of take us alongside the airport, and then we'll do a right base or left base. Can't remember. My brain's not working. I got Christmas on the brain. Sorry. Right hand turn anyway. Onto base and final for Rovaniemen. That's it. Rovaniemen Rovaniemi Airport, which is going to hopefully look very Christmassy and a fantastic piece of scenery to show you off when we get there as well. So that's pretty cool. That's how we're going to go, guys. So if you're all loaded up and ready to push back, please do. I think I could see that. I could see that NightHawk was already pushing back. Yeah, and it's a 19. Sorry, I should actually mention that. 19 right departure, I think. So yeah, 19 right. So we're going to be basically, I'm going to be pushing back, put the nose to the left, and then we'll head out to Long Delta, pick up Yankee taxiway, all the way up to the top to Yankee 10, line up for runway 19 right. And hopefully we got lots of Christmas tunes today as well, kind of get you in the spirit of Christmas. And we've got some news once we get up to cruising altitude, courtesy of our very own Notelix, Dan, who is our pre and post production and news manager coordinator. We're gonna have to come up with some sort of super title for you, Dan, to explain everything that you do for us, because Dan also does all the chaptering. So after we've done a stream, he goes in and kind of sets up the time indexes for all the interesting things that happen. Right, anyway. Shall we get the show on the road, folks? Don't know what I'm at, where I'm at, what I'm doing. Have you been naughty or nice? That's the question Bubba's wanting to ask. How about everybody in the chat? Have you been naughty? Or have you been nice? How do you feel? Or maybe somewhere in the middle. I think I'm somewhere in the middle today. Anyway, we'll ask that jetway to disconnect, which didn't quite line up. I think it's just where the plane was initially placed. I should have probably been a bit further forward, but it is very cool. And just see the detailing there as that gate pulls back. Very cool. And we shall get the AP started here. I'm going to put on the anti-collision lights as well while we're waiting for that APU to start up. Turn that off, turn that off. And we'll know when it's ready because we'll hear the bleed air kick in. Right, anything I'm missing in here? Don't think so. Don't think so. But I'll put that on progress. So that's where I like that. Bubba says it's a new de-icing system. They raise the plane so the ice just drops off it. Or kind of one of these where it just lifts up and goes bang. That'd be one way to do it. I don't know if it'd be particularly healthy for the airplane, but there you go. And I'll just kind of make some adjustments. Get the panel lights up here. Panel. Panel light. Panel, there we go. Just so, because we are going to be hitting some darkness, I think. You can turn the dome lights off. Alright, got APU all booted up here. I can hear that air coming in. Actually, I'll bring up the sim noises as well. 2 secs. There you go. Bringing on our hydraulics. Yaw damper can come on. Seatbelts for everybody. And I think we're good to go. So everything's set in. We have a cruising altitude of flight level 270 today, which is a bit on the lower side. So we'll see how that is. If clouds, we might step up if we're stuck in the gunk, so to speak. Apart from that, I think we're good to go, guys. So I'm going to push back. Oh, I can't sim today. I just can't sim. What do I do? Ground services. Okay, we can reach ground power. We are now running on our own internal power today. We'll put the brakes on. Actually, I'm just going to make sure that rudder's all lined up. That's fine. Wheel chocks come off. And now, pushback distance. We actually want to go quite far back here, so I'm going to say that's probably about 100 120 maybe? Straight out with the nose to the left, please.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead.
Guinness technician title for Dan. Doesn't he drink blackcurrant in it or something strange?
Copy that. Ready for push tail right. Release brake, please.
Brakes are off.
Brakes released.
Guinness tester. Yeah, that's it. Official Guinness tester. I would actually think that would be quite a boring job. Yep, tastes like Guinness. Okay. Packs off. Engine 2. There'll be more Baileys at this time of year. Yeah. Yeah, my Mrs. Canuck has already tucked into a couple of Baileys over the last couple of days. It's been quite a lot of stress with the renovations. Fuel pumps, yeah, good point. Fuel pumps are good. Kind of helps, you know, fuel move and things like that. Okay. Music is kind of sad. It's supposed to be chill. Chill. We'll switch it up when we get up to cruise, don't worry. I won't keep it like this forever. There you go. That's cheerful. Just get your trumpet out. Okay, we got a good start on engine 2. Bring power in and bring packs on for that side as well. Set parking brakes.
Brake set.
Yeah, you like this one. Okay. Come on.
Steering pin is pulled. Watch for the salute and release from guidance on your right. Have a good flight.
Thank you very much, sir. Engine 1. Lemon Wolf says, finally, my PC forced the Windows update. Yeah, that actually caused me all sorts of problems. I ran the update yesterday because it was the first time I really had a chance to sit down and do, you know, kind of pre-show checks. And it's a good thing I did, I'll tell you, because I ran the update and then I booted up the sim, you know, checked for other things like Navgraph updates and all that kind of usual stuff. But the sim just started crashing constantly, absolutely constantly. So I did notice that there was a GeForce driver update, which I try to avoid as much as I can unless I absolutely need to, because I don't think it's always great to just keep updating it, because sometimes you get some pretty bad updates. And fingers crossed, it seems to have fixed it now. Everything seems a bit more stable, so that's good. Dan says, eventually gave in to Windows 11. Yeah, I've been on Windows 11 for a year, actually, Dan. It's quite good. I like it. Pretty good. Can't complain. We got a good start on engine 1. Bring power on. We can bring that APU off. Let's bring the bleed in, and packs can come on as well. Taxi light. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, there you go. Taxi light is on. Just do a verification. Yeah, we're looking good. And we can do some flight control checks here as well. Right or left. Right or right. Center. Overs back. Veers forward, center, ailerons left, ailerons right, center. Good, good. You still have Win 7 on one-year-old laptops. Oh man, that's long in the tooth, isn't it? Okay. Alright, I'm just going to get my map up and ignore you guys for a sec as we make sure we're going out the right way. Brakes released. I see J-Hog waiting patiently for me. Ooh. Delta should take us all the way out to Yankee, I think, so. That's 5. Turn all our goodies on. Flight director. Oh, throttle. So this first one Zulu, so we're going to skip that. Oh, there's a little bump there. And the next one will be Yankee. There we go. Another interesting thing I did is when I put in the new graphics drivers, it actually put me into DirectX 12, and I wouldn't have done that personally. I've always been using DirectX 11, but it's actually really good. And performance seems to be pretty good as well, so I'm going to stick with it and see how I get on. You do get a bit of a shimmering, but apart from that, it's quite pleasant. And everything just seems a little bit sharper. Whereas before I really struggled to read some of the taxi signs where I can see them clearly now, so that's cool. Bubba says, fly-by-wire feature news. The latest addition to the forward galley is a dedicated Guinness tap and keg module designed primarily for long haul, as the time it takes to draw beer prohibits its use on short haul. That's true, actually. There wouldn't be any point serving Guinness on a short haul flight. Lemon Wolf says, how you feeling today, Dan Bitter? Oh, Dan, you been unwell? Okay, we can put ECAS on. What the FMC issue is. Verify takeoff speeds. No, I'm not happy with my takeoff speeds. Why? I'll do that when I get up. Yeah, you like to be lost for the entertainment value? Yeah. Don't Look says, I tried using DX12 so I could use AMD Fidelity FX, yeah, or Fidelity FX, but it still makes the displays blurred and a slight weird fading effect. Ah, right, okay. Well, it still says beta when you have it, so it's hopefully it's not beta by the time 2024 comes out. Dan says still pretty crappy. Doped up on lemon sip. That's one of my go-to remedies as well. Why do you want me to verify the takeoff speeds? That's a good question. No, I'm happy with my takeoff speeds, thank you. Not changed anything, there's no reason for that message. So hopefully everybody's okay. Everyone feeling generally happy about Christmas? Is there anyone that's maybe feeling a bit down about Christmas? think I'm kind of mixed. We're looking to have a quiet Christmas this year. And it's taken me for ages, absolutely ages, to get into the Christmas spirit, but I'm only just now starting to feel it as now that our kitchen's finished. There's still a lot of other work to do in the house, but at least we have a decent kitchen, so I'm kind of happy about that. Oh, there's J-Hog in the back. Oh, Johnny's joined us. He's in an Airbus 320 as well. Excellent. Johnny, so glad you could join us today. J-Hog says, yep, heading to Carlisle, then probably on to Perth. All right, you're coming up to Scotland, are you? Perth is, that's a nice area, actually. I quite like Perth. Lots to do there, and it's a lot pretty scenery around there as well. Okay, I think we'll just let the cabin crew know that we're about to go. Put RTO on. V2 set. Heading is set. Initial altitude 10,000 set. And our barrow is... Ooh, I thought I said that actually. Barrow should be 1014. There we go. NightHawk says it could reach 10 in southern Ontario today. A lot of rain. Oh, that's not very Christmassy, is it? It's very warm for this time of year. Dan said it felt very Christmassy when we were in Poland. Yeah, I bet it would, yeah. They have loads of snow there and lots of Christmas markets, yeah. I think our Christmas markets in Britain aren't anywhere what they used to be. I think we had a conversation last week about Edinburgh. I think Edinburgh's just gone downhill. And everybody I've talked to since that stream, and everyone feels the same way. Edinburgh's just nothing like what it used to be. Oh, I'm seeing a plane suddenly appear, flutter in. Okay, looks like that's our stop line, so... Johnny Munn says, bah, humbug. Okay, we can put lights on, turn off, everything's looking good. Quick checks up above, nothing to be concerned about that I can see. RTO set. PCAS is on. I think we're good to go, guys. Looks like we got a nice tight pack there as well, so I'll do a rolling takeoff.
Kick the tires and light the fires, Big Daddy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. %. So go. You're up. Flaps 1. Flaps up. Autopilot. R2. R2 can come off. Dan says, when we flew back, we got to the 737 MAX. Oh, right. Not a fan of the new displays in the cockpit. I prefer what we have here now, yeah. Yeah, I think the MAX is kind of closer to the Dreamliner, I believe, isn't it? There we go. NightHawk's airborne. Look at that. It's just a sea of cloud, isn't it? Not much to look at all. At least it seems like it's a low ceiling anyway, so our cruise level should be good. Okay, looks like the... Do we have any restrictions? No? No restrictions. So it should just be free and clear, so we could probably just take that right up to 270. Steering pressure. It's just like one huge display, yeah. Enable 240 of VCAP. Look at that later. Yeah, I mean it's kind of glass. Basically, the MAX is kind of funny to me because they couldn't really do much with the overhead because it's still essentially a 737. So they've like just went to town on the glass cockpit just to make it make it feel like it's a new airplane, but it's still got the same old stuff. So there's our procedure turn coming in. Put us on course for Rovaniemen. I had it before. Rovaniemen. There's Johnny. You can see Johnny out the distance there. That's Johnny just coming airborne. J-Hog is airborne as well. Cool. Reminds me a bit of the Garmin G1000 in the Cessna. Yeah. NightHawk says eventually Boeing will have to design a new airframe to replace the 737. It will, yeah. With new composite materials, yes. They might have even called it the 797, but no, they didn't want to do that. Just decided to modify the 737 yet again. Yet again. Ooh. I know what that song is. I know what that song is. It's a secret. Dan knows what that song is. Cool. Yeah, I definitely think DirectX 12 it does add something. It just seems a little bit more refined. Sounds familiar? Yeah. Yes, sir. Yep. Looks like everybody's on. NightHawk's on course now. Jayhawk's almost at the end of his procedure turn. Johnny's right behind him. Right. While we're waiting on that, I shall. Oh, sorry, I saw you sent me a message, Jayhawk. Hopefully that was all corrected. Yeah, so quiet Christmas for us this year. We don't go out on Christmas Day or anything like that. We usually just stay in the house, just the family, and kind of chill out, play with our new toys, and just spend time with each other. And then usually if we go out to see family, it's either Boxing Day or like the day after. I kind of prefer that though. It's a good way to do it. Alright. Okay. Good. Looking good. Okay, guys. We are just about at cruising altitude. I'm gonna hop off for about a couple minutes and we'll come back and we'll do the news for this week, and I've got really exciting news as well. Orbix has gotten right behind us to showcase an absolutely amazing new product, which I can't wait to talk to you about. And I'll get into that as soon as I get back from grabbing a glass of water. I'll be right with you soon, guys. See you in a bit. Right, back with you guys. Oh, what's Dan up to today? Oh, you're working, Dan? Are you babysitting again, are you? Well, we just got a new fridge, so my wife has threatened to fill it tomorrow. So that's going to cost a whack, I think. This is all the Christmas nibbles we usually get. No pigs in blankets, though. Can't stand them. Plus, I can't really eat pork. It gives me indigestion. While we're here... Oh, well, we're going to do the news, weren't we? Alright. We shall do the news. Shall we do the news? Right. Just get everything ready. Time for the news, guys. And boy, do we have news. So I'll tell you what, if you haven't seen this, you must be living under a rock. Heatblur recently made big news in the DCS world for the F4 Phantom, and I pray that they're going to bring that to Microsoft Flight Simulator, but there was no indication that Heatblur had any, developments ongoing for Microsoft Flight Simulator until now. And, yeah. The F-14 Tomcat. Now, we know that there's already a Tomcat out in the wild for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but this is just a different level. And they've teamed up with India Foxtrot Echo, which we know very well, because IFE does the F-35, which is a really, really good add-on, actually. It's F-35 is fantastic, so, do check that out if you haven't got that. But the F-14, obviously, very iconic. And Heatblur's kind of brought their DCS modeling. They've pretty much ported it from DCS and worked with India Foxtrot Echo to put together a flight model and bring this into Microsoft Flight Simulator. Absolutely incredible airplane. It's not overly complicated, but there's quite a few toys on it, I guess you could say. But from a flight perspective, it is more in line with the Just Flight Hawk than it is with any other fighter add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So you do get buffeting if you try to pull too hard, things like that. It's just really, really exciting to finally see this, coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I think the images speak for itself. So the cool thing is, the announcement is Orbix is teaming up with us, and we are going to showcase the F-14 Tomcat in our next jet broadcast. So the next time we do fast jets, we're going to be rolling out the Tomcat, and hopefully all of you can join us and bring the jet of your choice. But if you are interested in the Tomcat, there is a link in the show notes for Orbix, and of course we'll stick that in here. I don't think I've updated that. I'll put that up in a minute. Don't put that link up just yet, Dan. But yeah, I mean, how exciting is that? Really, really cool to have another quality add-on in the fighter theme of things for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Next thing, FS Dream Team updates on GSX Pro. They are now doing stuff for cargo. Now, I think a lot of people who have GSX really like it. But there's quite a few people out there that like to fly cargo missions, and now they're going to get what they're looking for. So the new update packages being loaded, rather than passengers, so that you can kind of pretend that you're flying cargo operations, which is really cool. So if you're definitely into cargo, you're probably going to be quite excited about your update, the update for GSX Pro on this case. And yeah, you can go check that out. Finally, Flight Sim Studio has released an Embraer 190, 195 in early access. Now, this is quite interesting because I believe there is already an Embraer 190 out, but it's not been well received. So there's definitely a bit of a dry spell right now in Microsoft Flight Simulator for a decent Embraer 190. If you're not familiar with the 190, I'm actually very familiar with it as a passenger. It is a lovely, lovely jet. It's comparable to the Airbus 220. It's definitely short haul kind of trips. I think probably total endurance might be up somewhere in the region of 2.5 hours max. So it doesn't have the range that the 220 does, but it is very well used, particularly in Europe. And you'll see it on airlines such as KLM City Hopper. British Airways does a short haul kind of branch as well, which I've used to get from Edinburgh down to London City. London City is full of these jets as well. So too early to say, obviously, at the moment, if this is going to be the GOAT as far as what we're looking for in an Embraer simulation for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but here's hoping it will be, and really excited to see that someone's actually a studio's dedicating their time to create a quality simulator for the Embraer side of things. So that's pretty cool. And I mean, it looks like it comes all the regular goodies and things like that. So hopefully we'll keep an eye on this, and as more information comes to light, we'll make sure we brought this in. NightHawk says, now Porter Airlines in Canada has bought quite a few Embraers, right? Oh, well, that's controversial. That's controversial. I'm sure that they were pressured for the Airbus 220. But then I think, the Embraer for Porter makes sense, because Embraer does a lot of short-haul kind of stuff, whereas, the Airbus 220 would probably be overkill for them. And Dan says, sorry, the same is it the same F-14 that Maverick and Rooster flew in Top Gun? Is it? I hadn't noticed that, actually. Jester scares easily and ejects on you. For the F-14, yeah. We're going to take a deep dive into the F-14 quite soon. But anyway, that's the news, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll get back to the regular stream. There you go. So, lots of really cool announcements just before Christmas for Flight Simulator. It seems like the news cycle is starting to get a bit more interesting as we get closer to the holidays, which is good because it's very cyclical, isn't it? You get periods of time where there's not really a lot happening, and then people there's nothing to really talk about apart from just flying in Flight Simulator. But just in the last 2 or 3 weeks, there's been some pretty awesome drops in terms of news and add-ons being released to market. So, and I'm quite intrigued with what we're seeing in terms of updates on the MD-11 as well. I'm very, very tempted. I'm very, very tempted, I must admit. It's starting to look pretty good. And big shout out if he ever watching a 737 driver, or I think he's called Airbus 330 driver now. He's really been looking at the MD-11 quite in a lot of detail. So go check out some of his channel for some really, really cool stuff in the MD-11. It's looking really good. And the weather's not really improving, is it? Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to turn off my lights. All the lights. There we go. We're off now. I don't have my strobes on either. Oh, it's all gone wrong. There we go. Yeah, Porter Airlines, for the uninitiated. So Porter Airlines is a small airline that started up in Toronto City Centre, which if you've flown with us on any of our streams, we have been to Toronto City Centre. It's a very, very short runway. And they started out with the Dash 8s initially, flying routes between Toronto City Centre and Ottawa. I think that was kind of their core route, but now they're kind of starting to branch out now, so they're hitting more cities in Canada from Toronto and onward. I think Halifax, possibly. Am I right in saying that, NightHawk, that they're flying in Halifax now? So it makes sense that they probably want to get something with a bit better range, bit better speeds. Brayer 190 does make a lot of sense, certainly. And I think part of the problem is the Dash 8. Everyone's kind of shedding them now because I think it's getting harder to get parts and it's harder to get support for those airplanes, and they are getting pretty old. I mean, I can't tell you when the last Dash 8 was built, but I think it's probably a while ago. And de Havilland obviously doesn't exist in terms of what it was back when the Dash 8 came out. It was initially bought over by Bombardier, but I think there's a new company that owns the Dash 8s now. Name escapes me, but either way, airlines are looking to. I think what's really changed is the turboprops used to give you a lot more economy, so they were quite well favored for short haul. But I think airlines are finding that some of the newer, more modern short haul jets, such as the Airbus 220 and the Embraer 190, are giving a fuel burn which is comparable for the trip than what you might get on the Dash 8, and plus it's a bit quicker as well. And it's easier to find pilots for them because any pilot going through commercial training now, typically they're not looking to fly turboprops, they're looking to fly jetliners. So it does make sense that you want to kind of appeal to that market, and especially when there is a pilot shortage generally and globally. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Or Porter now flies to Las Vegas. Oh wow, okay. Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Orlando. Amazing. From Pearson. Oh, from Pearson. Ah, right. What a shame. What a shame. Pearson has got to be the most horrible airport I could think of flying from ever. So, let me know when Porter's flying direct from Hamilton to Glasgow. Then I'll pay attention. Just like, and it has happened in the past. There was a Scottish airline called Globespan. Unfortunately, they fell foul of the credit crunch, the credit crisis in 2008, and the economy just absolutely flatlined them. Top of descent has appeared, so we're still a wee while off, 200 miles or so. 220, I would say, roughly. Bring that heading bug back. Don't need to, but it's good practice. Good practice to do it. General checks in the airplane, everything looks okay. As our progress says, our estimated fuel quality destination is going to be 4.3 tons. So the block fuel called for about 7.3 tons, so I put in 8. Just a bit of reserve. But yeah, so we are going to probably landing a little bit heavy with fuel, but not overly so. Entirely doable. And our sun runway today for landing. Actually, we can go talk about that quickly. Hang on. Two ticks. So, landing today is we're going to be picking up the ILS approach to runway 21. And I'm using the NIPAC transition, so that's going to Take us up to VCAP, cross over the NIPAC, give us a bit of a breather to line up on the localizer and get ready for the glide scope into Rovaniemi. I'll never get used to it. So just to take a look at that approach, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much as it stands. We're coming in from Negmu, pick up Migpu, Eknom, Vikep, Tut. I like that one. Oh no, not Tut, sorry. Vikep, and then into the airport, and the runway is a bit higher at 610 feet. So we will set that. Touchdown 52, actually. Decision height of 810, so let's set that. Actually, I'm going to take that away. Then we'll get that set. 610 feet. 600, and if we go to MSFS, oh boy, 111.7 on the ILS. We'll get that ready there. 1.7. Course is 205. Oh, probably let the passengers walk around a bit too. 205, yep, that's fine. So we'll go to our handy dandy approach calculator here. Runway 21 for weather. Auto brakes 3. Runway length for this is, what is it? Just shy of 10,000, so I think auto brakes 2 is probably well sufficient. And we're looking for a VREF of 127 on flaps 30, so I'll put that in. 30/127, which means we'll be dropping down to about 132 on the VREF. Good, so that's good to go. That's fine. Is everybody doing okay behind us? I can see Johnny, NightHawk. Oh, where's J-Hog? J-Hog gotten ahead of me. You still with us, J-Hog? Have you had the bail? Bring up some music again, eh? No, you're behind me. Oh, okay. Wonder why I can't see you. Be a multiplayer glitch then. What was I gonna do? Mine's gone blank. Whoa. Oh no, I thought I had a fuel imbalance there, but no, it's fine. When I initially looked at that, I thought that said 209 and 290, but it's 289, it's fine. All's good in the world. And it says Captain Rush probably getting his biannual cardio running from the cops and jumping fences because he was caught with a illegal underground relish farm. He does. He certainly loves his relish, doesn't he? He certainly does. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh God. I'll take my son to judo today. He's getting his, finally getting his new next belt. There's not much to look at outside, is there? Wonder what was the visibility in, Oh, it's snowing! It's snowing in Rovaniemi. Rovaniemen. Sorry. Oh, Q1000. Oh, yeah. Snow, but it says good visibility, so it might be alright. But that'll be cool if we get a bit of snow. Jayhawk says, Dan, your mind boggles me. Get out more. Alright, we'll switch up the music a bit. Let me see if I can get some... It is getting a little bit too chill. It's like an after dark, isn't it? Right, just gotta pop away for 2 secs, guys. I'll be right back. Seem to be hitting a little bit of cloud here. Icing conditions, huh? Is it too late to step? No, I think we might step 32 here. We've got plenty of fuel to play with, so. Or take it up to 330. See how we get up there. It's looking a bit murky out there. So, let me know, what has everyone asked for Christmas? Is anyone got any high hopes for something from Santa Claus this year? Personally, I'm hoping to sleep in my own bed. That's what I want for Christmas. Oh, the 757 to be released. Yeah, that'd be great. J-Hog, you got TPR rudders. Oh, wow. Very cool. Can you post us a picture of them up on Discord for us? Just so I can see what they look like. Yeah, I would love those, but I can't justify the price tag at the moment, so. But that is very cool. That is very cool. You come a long way, J-Hog, eh? Come a long way. J-Hog, remind me, how long have you been flying Flight Simulator? Because I seem to think it's only been a couple years, maybe? Or have you always flown it? It's a little bit murky. I might try, let's try 3.7. Really want to get out of this gunk. 2 years, but on and off earlier. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of like me. I mean, I used to play Flight Sim constantly for about 10 years. Well, actually longer than that. And then when my computer blew up after I got FSX, I had a big motherboard blew and something else blew, and I just couldn't afford to replace the PC because we just had kids. Just had my daughter, and yeah, just kind of walked away from it. And I wasn't a huge fan of FSX anyway. I thought it was really bad performance, and I didn't really want to go into X-Plane it. So yeah, I just kind of gave up. Hung up my my captain sat, and then and I think a lot of people were the same when Microsoft 2020 was first announced. I was just like, I have to have that. And the rest is history. It's amazing how different things are now compared to back then, because you didn't really have YouTube streaming like you do now, you know. And I think during COVID, you know, it's what got a lot of us through it, was just meeting each other and chatting with each other around Flight Sim on streams and things like that. And, I think it was all, you know, a big part of keeping sanity in a very, very difficult time. Pics in screenshots. All right, cool. Let's have a look. Shall we look at J-Hog's new pedals? I've seen your message, Dan. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, aye, there we go. Look at that. Living the dream. Very, very nice. So, so what do you do with the TPR? Do you mount them to the floor? Or it looks like there's kind of screws there or something that you can... Can you actually drill it into the floor so it doesn't move? That's pretty cool. Very neat. Apparently, Dan says I missed a couple links on the news. Hang on, I'm just going to check. Oh, that didn't look like that before. Right, well, I won't do the newsreel, but we'll just quickly cover this. So I've got Orbix, big shout out for them. They've released British Isles mesh for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So this is very similar to what they've done for New Zealand, Iceland. I think there's one for Alaska. But yeah, that's actually quite exciting because it should give you much more accurate mountains. And you know, if you're doing things like Mock Loop or you're touring in the Highlands, this will give you a general enhancement of those mountains. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? Very, very cool. So that is, yeah, that's super cool. Anyway, I think there's another one in there we'll try and find as well. Sorry, I didn't see those links. I don't think I missed anything else. No, that's it. That's all I can see. Jayhawk says, do you think I would have not flown being Gavin's uncle? Yeah. And you have screwed it to the floor. You have nothing on their floor to screw them down to, right? But they're heavy, right? Okay. But I guess that is an option, obviously, if you're a bit heavy-footed on the pedals. It's probably a useful thing. See, probably what I would do, just to give it a bit of extra weight, is maybe just cut out a piece of wood or something like that and just drill them into that, just to make it even heavier. Top descent is about 130 miles off, roughly, I think. Drop that range a bit. So, Dan, are you happy now? Are you happy? I've read the links. What about yourself, NightHawk? Are you getting anything interesting for Christmas? Oh, you said you want the 757. Yeah, I know. Is there anything... Here's another question. Is there anything on the market now, whether hardware or software, for Microsoft Flight Simulator that you would like to get, but you just can't quite justify it yet? That's a good question. I think for me, I would like to get... strangely, I'd like to get the 737-800 for PMDG, but I can't quite justify the price at the moment. And I already got the 737-6, so I'm kind of getting that PMDG experience anyway. Is this right? Crosswind 298113? Yeah, it won't be far off. Yeah, it's definitely pushing against some wind, like. Everything, says Jayhawk. Everything. NightHawk says Glasgow, Edinburgh, Pearson, Vancouver airports. Yeah, and a PMDG 737. Oh, you don't have the 737. Okay. Yeah, it's... I mean, the 736, what I'm flying, it's quite inexpensive. It's a great way to get into the PMDG experience. But I'm going to save my pennies because I think I'm really waiting on bated breath for news about the PMDG 777. Johnny says, well, yeah, it's fierce. 106. It's not, yeah. So the true airspeeds, and you can see the impact. So the true airspeed, we're 445 knots, but we're only actually getting 423 knots of ground speed out of that. So yeah, it could be worse. There was a thing I saw on Facebook, but it was a pilot had posted a picture of it was a headwind of something like 120 knots, and he had a true airspeed of 480 knots and a ground speed of 295 knots. It's like just burning fuel. Jayhawk says, I'm going to learn to fly PMDG to shut up, Dan. Yeah. Just don't let him talk your ear off about flap rings, that's all. Actually, that's what I forgot to do. I was going to put in some fixes, so let's do that. Okay. So, first is... Well, that's quite a steep descent, actually. 2400 platform 5.6. Okay. Do. Fix. E F R. Nope. R. Ooh. Nope. E F. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Willy. Alright, so first is it's 205 minus 180. 1025 slash 5.6. And then NightHawk is another 4.4, so 5.6, 4.4. 10. There we go. And if we go to plan, see what that looks like. Yeah, there you go. So that'll give us our gives us a ring for our base turn, and then a ring for our glide scope intercept, and all should be well. All should be well. Top of descent is approaching, about 80 miles away. Take a look behind us. Oh, look at that sun. Look at that. Look at the colors. I can definitely tell we're far north and it is winter. That's why that sun's starting to set. Which I love about Flight Simulator. Like, you actually do get the respective changes in the position of the sun depending on how far north you are, what time of year it is, etc. So it's really cool. Johnny says bought the 737-6 last week. Still need to learn how to fly it. That's why I'm not flying it today. It's pretty intimidating. You know what? I had to refresh my memory because I had the PMDG 737 when it originally came out for Flight Simulator back in 2003 or something like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But now there's some great videos. But the one guy, although he does talk a lot, he talks through things, and it's worth listening to what he's got to say. The one guy that I really think is cool for learning the 737 is 737 NG driver, or I think he's also called Airbus 330 driver. He is was an actual 737 pilot, and he's really thorough, really great. But another great guy to check out, I think British Avgeek did some instructional videos on the 737 as well. And it's really not that hard. It's a completely different thing from the Airbus. That's the thing. So you just have to dump your brain and just get Airbus out your head completely. Because some things are a bit more manual, but then some things, there's some tricks that the 737 does that the Airbus doesn't. So it's kind of a mix of pros and cons if you compare the two airplanes. But it's good fun. It's a really enjoyable one to fly, and it's a great flight model. That's the main thing. Johnny says I'm going down the Hammer. Going to the Hammer down on it later today. Get my feet wet. Cool. Very cool. Give my regards to the Hammer. Or you're going to hammer down. Sorry, you're not going to the Hammer. You're going to hammer down on it. Right, got you. Misread that completely. I saw a Hammer. I'm like, oh, you talked about my hometown? 50 miles to top of the sun. Thanks for the guidance. Right, not a problem, sir. Always happy to help. Always happy to help. Oh, big stretch. But yeah, isn't that crazy? It's only what? Local time would be what, about 20 past 2, 20 past 1, and it's already starting to set. Sun's starting to set. That's nuts. So it could be actually nighttime by the time we get to our destination. Actually, that might be interesting. I don't think that was planned. But if it is, it does turn out to be night, we'll have a good look at the airport during the day as well. Okay, platform altitude is 2400, so I'm just going to drop that down. Let's look at our restrictions. 100 above 1,000, V220 above 25,000 at VCAP. It does keep complaining that we're going to need some drag after VCAP, so I presume that's because, yeah, I think that is because it's probably just a bit quick. Yeah, I would agree. That's probably a bit quick. So I think you could probably want to change that to about 210. And that should give us plenty of time to slow down. Hopefully I'll stop widging after that. Yeah, 210 and Eknon as well, please. Yeah, that should do it. I think that'll be alright. I'll probably need the speed brakes at some point anyway, I think. Oh, look at that. Really starting to get dark now. Johnny says, finally did my first IFR flight in the DA62 using the G1000. About time, yeah. Gotta remember, I'm still very novice to flight simulator baby steps. Nexus G3000. That's fantastic, Johnny. Oh, that's really good. Well done, mate. I love doing VFR or IFR. I like doing IFR with the analog gauges, where you just got VORs and NDBs. And I love my favorite airplane to do that in is actually the either the Piper Arrow or the by Just Flight, or the Seminole by oh god, I can't remember who does it. Who does the Seminole? It'll come to me. But yeah, just I like going up at night, can't see anything, and you just basically all you have is your charts, no moving map. Just tuning in VORs and trying to figure out where you are. It's very cool. But no, it's really well done. Very good. Top descent is rapidly approaching. Is there anything we're forgetting? No. So we got, yeah, ILS is ready to go. 17, we'll just do a verification on that, actually. 111.7, check. 812, I know that was correct. Yeah, should be good to go. And fuel destination. See, our step climbs even saved us a little bit of fuel like that. I'll just keep that up for reference. 273, yeah. Okay, good to go. All I gotta do is land this thing now. Still can't see J-Hog. Where have you gone, J-Hog? Strange. Silly flight simulator. You're here still? Yeah, okay. Maybe, hopefully you'll pop up when we get to, don't make me say it again, Rovaniemi. Yeah, it must be a multiplayer bug thing again. Don't know. Irritating. That's something I, you know, when they've been talking about 2024 is something I really hope they fix, is this, as the multiplayer, because it, man, I hope they completely overhaul that for 2024. It needs to work flawlessly. I mean, we're 3 years in, we're still seeing people popping in and out. It's just not. It sucks. I'd also like to see something where you could somehow share the external models of your catalog with friends, so that when you're flying with friends, they can see like all the models that you have, all the paint liveries that you have. It's a hard one. I don't know. It's not something that's pre-existed, but I think 2024 it should be standard that every developer has to provide, every studio that does an add-on has to provide a external or external only model that can be shared with other players, but something that's kind of not very heavy on detail, if you know what I mean. But that can be shared with other players on multiplayer, so that they can see the airplane that you're flying without having to get model matching or anything like that. That would be cool. Obviously, you still need model matching for things like VATSIM, and that's totally understandable. But yeah, just the multiplayer itself, it should just work. But I'm hoping they do overhaul it. Okay, starting descent, and we are about to go back into the drink, so I'll get... Oh, anti-ice is still on. Never turned it off for a while. It's alright. Here we go into the soup. It's about to get very, very dark. Very, very dark. Cabin crew just brought a coffee and a sandwich and crisps. Oh, you lucky boy. My cabin crew, they're non-existent. They don't care right now. They've locked me in and told me to stay where I am. Oh, it's gonna get dark. What you want? Oh, I don't know. That'll be the next question. What do you want to do for tea? What do you want to do for tea tonight? Do you say tea in Yorkshire, Jacob? I don't know if it means the same thing. Okay, we used to say, what do you want for supper? Evening meal, put it that way. Uh-oh. I completely forgot we had memes. Nobody used them. I can see two guys over there. I don't know. Is that two different players? Yeah. Oh, it's getting dark. I think we might even need just give us a little bit of illumination here.
You really are a funny guy!
You say tea for evening tea, yeah. So we do too. Oh, look how dark it is now. Oh man. Hate it when I'm right. And it's gonna be snowing. Okay. Just gonna shut the music off as we get into final. We're close to final. Just helps me focus a little bit more. 25,000 feet. And I just gotta grab something from the next room, guys. Be right back. Alright, how are we getting on? BNAV path still looks okay. Just keep that heading bug close to us, just in case we need it. It's getting freaky dark. Yeah, I was expecting that. I was expecting that. Combination of the sun setting and just heavy overcast conditions. Makes it challenging though, doesn't it? Yeah, that's all you'd see as a passenger. Okay. A little bright in the eyes there. Turn off that dome light again. That should be okay. Okay, we're at about 18,000. Get everyone to buckle up here. And landing lights as yet. default, EFRO may not be have working runway lights, so oh dear. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Okay, VNAV pass still looking okay. I think just to keep on pace, we'll get those speed brakes out at about 10,000 just to help us get down the speed. Otherwise it's going to arrest our descent and then we're going to end up at too high. Is there a different minimum RVA for ASL out? Oh God, now you're talking foreign language. Okay, I'm going to switch to barrel. And we'll set our decision height as, what was that for now? Do. 710. Just quick check, see if anything's changed on the QNH. No, it's still the same. It's still snowing. It's still snowing as well. So, this is going to be interesting, guys. Not going to see a whole heck of a lot of anything. These landing lights can come in now. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay. 10,000. I'm going to use speed 240. Get the brakes out. What's that RVR minimum for ASL out? Explain that to me in layman's terms, because I have seen that flow about, but I don't really understand it. And I want to learn something today. Damn it, I want to learn something. Okay, set all brake 2. Approach is looking okay. It's basically, as long as we're above 2,500, are pretty good. So we've got all that whole run down to NightHawk to get us down to altitude. Just going to set a hard constraint at 2,400 at CI 21, is it? No. Okay, game face. It is pitch black, guys. Absolutely pitch black. Wow. Not much of anything. Take it everyone is concentrating, are they? There's Johnny. See NightHawk. Still can't see J-Hug yet. Whoa! What'd I hit? What'd I hit? Hit the autopilot disconnect. Oh, approach lighting system. Okay. I don't know if there's no approach lighting system, is there? I think you're restricted for a night approach anyway, right now. I don't think you could even do RDP or RNF, RMP. I meant to say runway visual range. Yeah. Sorry, that now I know what you mean. Okay, we're showing above the path here. I'm going to put brakes out just a bit longer, see if that'll help. Too temp. There was a mod on Flight Sim for ALS which I'm using. Oh, okay. Last time I flew here at night, there was no approach or runway lights, but that was long before Scandinavian updates. Ah, right. Yeah. That kind of makes sense, actually. So maybe it possibly might have been fixed, but certainly we'll see what we need to see with the add-on scenery, I should think. Okay, and I'm just gonna give myself a little bit of drag, so we're gonna kick in some flaps 1. Flaps 1 indicated. Take it down to 180. Still very, very high. Very, very, very high. Could be a missed approach, guys. Should be able to catch up now. That's fine. On the localizer. Not that high on my screen. No, I've fixed it now. I fixed it now. Just a bit. I was floating a bit too long. It was taking a bit too long to get down. Okay, waiting on localizer intercept. And I can see the glide scope is live. 160. Ups 2. Ups 5. It is very dark. Oh, Johnny Munn's up ahead of me. Or is that because you're still coming around the loop? That's fine. Here we go. Localizer intercept. Lemon Wolf's back. Where you been? We missed you. Just in time for landing. And as you can see, it's lots to look at. You put flap... No, they're not flap rings, sir. They are absolutely not flap rings. They're not flap rings. Go away. Flaps 10. You're down. Glide scope interstop. Flaps 15. Glide scope intercept. Alright, there you go. Here we go. So the VREF. It's 25. Or flaps 20, I should say. No, flaps 25. Should be an interesting approach. Yeah, I can't see anything at the moment. And flaps 30. Here we go. Dan saw the flap lane comment, did he? Oh, I've got lights. I've got visual. Our brakes 2 set. Ooh. There you go. Good. Which way am I getting off the runway? Which way am I getting off the runway? Oh no. To the left. By the looks of it. To the left. Still don't see any snow yet. Oh, NightHawk's right on my tail. My airplane.
Glide slow.
Yeah.
Approaching minimums. 100. 50 minimums.
What happened to my callouts? My callouts stopped. That was a bit of a hard one. was a thumper. Alright, where are we? Oh, we're down. It wasn't the most graceful thing in the world, but anyway. Look at that snow. Boom! Just got hit. NightHawk just ate me up. Flaps in. Heat brakes retracted. APU start. Oh, jeez, I can't see a damn thing. There we go. Which way are we going? Can't see. The right way? Can't see. Oh, it's covered in snow as well. I think I just went the wrong way. I'm not sure. It's not obvious. Hoping this is not going to be a dead end, that's for sure. Wait, definitely telling everyone to go around. Alright, I've completely lost the taxiway here. Oh man, it's just pitch black. There's a taxi line. Well, there's an Airbus taking off. Very cool. Wow, look at this airport. It looks really stunning. I'm ready. I have a number for you. Wow. Absolutely nuts. Okay.
Wow.
I think there are gates up here. Let's see if we can find one. I think this is this MK Studios, this one? Can't remember. I think we got some gates over here, so. God, look at the snow. Oh, man. think this is where we're gonna go. Wow. It looks cold. Look at that, though. Love that sign coming in. Rovaniemi. This will be steps anyway, won't it? It won't be a gate per se. You gonna tell me anything, buddy? No. No, nobody cares? Okay, I'll just stop there. So I'll pull ahead just to see if that sign changes, but it doesn't look like it's doing much of anything. On my screen, J-Hog is flying an A320 at Bamboo Air. Yeah, that's not doing anything. Okay, I'm sure that will actually change. I'm probably just missed something, or it could be off center. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll check out the airport. I can forgive them for that not working, or it could be a issue my side actually. Okay, let's bring on APU power, and we'll shut down the engines. Boop, 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 I can't see a thing. Okay, that come on, that can come off. Off. We got air conditioning. I think I'll just leave the APU on because keep the airplane nice and warm. Here we go. And we're here. Oop. Look at this. Welcome to Rovaniemi. Oh, I can see an Airbus coming in. So, J-Hog, have you landed? Can't see anybody. Oh, okay, I don't feel so bad about my landing now. I'll keep the passengers warm, but yeah, you won't keep Greta happy. Well, she does enough flying around the world on her own. She just needs my help. Yeah, okay, I probably shouldn't have driven that far forward. I would make, but never mind. Okay, so I've definitely missed something there anyway. Anyway, hey ho. So we can check out this airplane at night. I'll just get my handy notes here. This is music back on again, Boop, 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 boop. This is MK. This is indeed MK Studios. So I think we're gonna be in for a treat. We're gonna take a look. But I mean, first glance, obviously, I love the neon sign out in front. It's just awfully cool. And if we bust into the place, it's all done for Christmas. No, or is that always like that? Oh wow. Look at this, guys. Isn't that cool? Yes, it is. It's Christmas. Look. Christmas trees. Oh, this is so cool. I like that. What a nice touch. A little Santa Claus waiting on an airplane as well. Yeah, that is very, very neat. Very neat. There's a baggage reclaim by the looks of it. Not a huge airport. but a pretty one. Definitely a pretty one. Let me just change it to daytime so we can see what it. And this is, look at this, because we're quite far north, guys, right? So this is as light as it's going to get in the winter. Isn't that crazy? It really is in the middle of nowhere, though, isn't it? Very pretty, though. We had, despite the bad weather, we were able to find the airport, and J-Hog's parked right beside you. Alright, okay, just for whatever reason, I cannot see him. I think one thing you could try, J-Hog, is adding me as a friend on Flight Sim, because I think that might help. But there you go. Yeah, I can't see you. Don't know why. It's a shame. Tell you what it might do. I just want to see if just want to see if these any of these signs work. Hang on.
80 knots.
Because I feel like yeah, I feel like it might be something not quite working on this, but oh, why?
80 knots.
Yeah, it still says the same thing, so don't know. No. Anyway, I love it. Look at that. You can really see the Christmas lights from here as well, actually, now that I look at it. Very cool. What's the ID? Just Willy? Willy, I think it's just Willy Canuck. Yeah, just Willy Canuck. Like it might be no space, try it with no space, try it with one space. But I'll pick up, I'll keep the sim on, I'll try and find you after we close off here. But anyway, huge thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed our little Christmas diversion to Rovaniemi. We'll just see this guy flying in as well. Very, very snowy conditions today. But very pretty. It does feel very Christmassy, doesn't it? Especially with the nice touch from MK Studios for all the Christmas decorations in the airport as well. Just to get us in time, the right frame of mind for the holidays. Dan says, cheers for the stream, Willy. Great to see you and everyone as always. Absolutely, you too, Dan. That seemed like not a bad landing. Well done, whoever you are. Very cool. Anyway, yeah, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check out our partners at Orbix as well. Lots of good stuff on there, including everything that you've seen today. And like I mentioned, we will be showcasing at some point in the near future, to be decided, the brand new Heat Blur India Foxtrot Echo F14 Tomcat. Until then, we're going to have a bit of a switch up in the schedule, so we might not be streaming on Saturday next. It could be Friday evening, so do stay tuned to the channel for the next stream, because I think probably over Christmas it's going to get switched up a little bit, and then we'll go back to normal Saturdays on in the new year. Sent Willy, no worries, J-Hog. And of course, hopefully in sometime in the near future, we're going to get Dark Fury is going to be co-presenting as well. He's going to be doing some of his own streams, so you can check out for him. And I imagine he'll probably be streaming during the week as well, just to give you a couple different options. Anyway, from all of us at Positive Rate to you and yours, we wish you a very Merry Christmas if we don't see you, and Happy New Year, and we'll see you on the next stream. All the best, guys. Take care.